How to create an online course step by step. This video is the last part of 3 of this mini-series on designing and producing an online course. If you haven't already watched the first 2 episodes of this series, you can click on the links in the description below this video. Before sharing this precious content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. So, tap the subscribe button below and click on the bell to be notified whenever I put out valuable content like this. In the first episode, I explain how to plan the online course and which tools you can use to craft it from scratch. In the second episode, I underline the most important steps to follow before recording a single video, and I shared different suggestions based on my experience to prevent mistakes. In this video, I want to talk about how to record a video with a camera. Precisely, I want to share with you 4 steps. Number 1, tools you should use. Number 2, how to organize the environment. Number 3, types of shooting. And number 4, suggestions based on my experience. Let's dive deep into the first step of this video. What are the tools you should use to record a video? Let's start with the video camera. As I told you in the previous video, do not spend thousands of dollars on a super fancy camera. If you buy a brand new camera, $800 is more than enough. Personally, I'm using the Sony ZV-1. I've invested $650 and it is fantastic. Or, if you want a better quality, you can buy a photo camera designed to make high-quality pics. The pros are that the quality of the image is better. You can also defocus the background. But the cons is the price of the camera and lens. Plus, consider that the camera hasn't been built to make long videos. If you start from scratch, you could consider using your smartphone as a video recorder, for example. And today's smartphones have a high-quality camera, both for taking pictures and recording videos. Most of them register in 4K, a very important resolution, but to be honest, I'm still recording in full HD at the moment. Unfortunately, if you are using the smartphone and you are alone, you can't watch yourself on the small screen as every digital camera allows you to do. It helps you a lot because you can position yourself and check your image while recording. Obviously, you need a tripod for your video camera. You can buy it on Amazon, for instance. My suggestion is this. Do not buy the cheaper one, but find one that can guarantee you good support. Now, let's switch to the Lighting Softbox Studio Kit Photography. Both for video recordings and taking pictures, illumination is one of the most crucial things to consider. Especially if you plan to record your video inside home, you need the proper illumination. Personally, I use the softbox that you are watching right now. There is a basic kit that you can find on Amazon as well, and it is very cheap. These softboxes emit white light with 5500 degrees Kelvin. I love them because they use fluorescent lights, and each softbox has typically 5 switches in order to use the correct number of lights based on your needs. In this way, you have a different range of light available, and personally I have 3 softboxes. Normally I use only one of them in front of me, but when I utilize the green screen to change the background, as in this case, I use 3 softboxes. 2 of them help to illuminate the green screen behind me evenly, and the last one is positioned exactly in front of me. I've been using these softboxes since 2014, but today there are even different solutions available that require less space and are more portable. For instance, consider buying 3 LED panels as the ones you are seeing in this video. They are amazing because they need less space to be used properly. You can bring them with you if you have to travel, And one of the cons of these LED lights is that you can change the color temperature between 3200 degrees K and 5600 degrees K. In this way, they can emit warm and cold light. They are fantastic. You can buy them on Amazon. Let's switch to the most important tool of your video recording session, the microphone. Indeed, you can watch a video with a low-resolution image, but high-quality audio, not vice versa. Watching a video with a bad audio is pretty impossible. When I started to record videos, I used a cheap microphone, a Lavalier. I invested only probably $45, but it wasn't the best solution because this microphone captured a wide range of frequencies. At the same time, if you are starting from scratch with little money, you should consider buying this one, Audio-Technica Omnidirectional ATR 3350. If you can invest more money, I suggest you buy this cool microphone Shure SM7B, which is excellent for vocal recordings, and it is the most used microphone from YouTubers. Most probably, I'll switch to this microphone as well. At the moment, I'm using a different solution just because I had already bought this mic years ago. This is a Super Pro condenser mic. It reproduces the voice perfectly. It is the best solution if you have to move your body and teach something with a blackboard, for example. I'm using this microphone in combination with the company's wireless system called Sennheiser, like this one. Practically, I can move myself everywhere. I don't have cables, but a transmitter and a receiver. I like this set, but it's a little expensive. I invested almost $600 for this mic, plus another $650 for the wireless system. Then, you need to add an external audio device, even with the solution I presented you before, with the mic in front of you, for example. But you can find cheap solutions in the market. I have an audio device of M-Audio, and I have invested, if I remember correctly, maybe $120, so not too much. As you can see, you have different solutions based on your budget and your needs. Regarding the tools, I want to mention the last one, the teleprompter. I have already spoken about it in the previous video regarding how to create an online course step by step. It can be a great solution to help you stay on the path when you are sharing information with your audience. You can use it in different ways based on your confidence in front of a camera. Let's talk about organizing the environment, the second important topic of this video. First of all, you have to decide if you want to record your video with or without a green screen. If you are not using the green screen and if you are recording your video outside a closed environment, there is no need for any illumination kit. You can use natural light, and to be honest, it is the best light for a video. Or if you want to record a video inside an apartment, or your office, or your home, pay attention to have the correct light on your face. Otherwise, you should consider using the softbox lights that I mentioned minutes ago. If you plan to use the green screen, I suggest you buy the paper green screen roll that is much better than the one made with soft tissue. Green screen needs to be illuminated with the proper light, so this is why I recommended you to have two softboxes directed to the green screen in order to remove it easily in the post-production. Question: are you planning to use a blackboard? I think it is a great tool for teaching something. There are different types of blackboards available to the market. I personally used the one with interchangeable papers, the big blackboard King Flip Chart. I know it's a little expensive, but it allows you to express your thoughts in ample space. I want to tell you something about the context in which you plan to record your video. This is not a tool, but some important considerations. Number 1. When you record your video, try avoiding any form of background noise. I suggest you record a video in a silent space, and if you are registering at home, please ask people to keep silent while making your video. Number 2, the environment needs to be aligned with who you are and who you are referring to. Your external image is very important. It all depends on yourself, on the topic you want to share, on how you decide to let others know you. Keep it in mind. Let's switch to the third step of this video guide, types of shooting. We can start with the basic one, the most common, especially at the beginning. You have only one camera available, the same situation I'm recording now. As in my case, you can consider shooting yourself in half body if you are the single character in the video. In my case, I'm using a wood table because I feel comfortable sitting on a chair and speaking with my hands on the table. Easy to understand, it's my choice. I recorded many videos with me standing without any table or accessory. I made the same decision even for professionals. I helped share their information and knowledge. I want to share with you 2 suggestions. Number 1, pay attention to the head of the subject. It should be close to the top of the video, not in the middle. You are the main character of your video, so you need to be present on the screen. Your face needs to be visible. Number 2, you can zoom in and zoom out in the post-production process. If you have paid attention, I have been using different zooms when I change topics, or fixing a mistake, or just removing silent parts of the video. The game is in the post-production process. Do not forget it. If you want to use a multicam set, you can play with the cams. For example, in 2017, I recorded a 20-hour online course with 3 cameras. One of them directed to my face, the second one to the blackboard, and the third one the entire scene. Obviously, this setup requires more effort, both in production and post-production, but the results can be amazing. My suggestion is to start with one video camera, and when you feel confident enough, you can test the multicam environment as well. I want to end this video by sharing 6 suggestions while recording a video based on my experience. Number 1, when you are recording, especially at the beginning, you should be standing. It gives you more energy and freedom to move a little if necessary. Number 2, use your voice. I mean, say, speaking a little louder than in a normal conversation. You have to convey energy through the screen. Number 3, do not swing. It's horrible to see it, and it conveys insecurity. Find a position and then keep it for the entire video duration. Let me be very clear. I'm not suggesting you to be rigid. Obviously, you can move a bit, but just relax yourself. But please, don't do something like this. Okay? You are fucking good in this position, and let the voice out. Number 4, breathe before starting the recording session. Be calm, breathe, and then start speaking. Then you can start talking. Easy. 5, avoid interlayers. Something like this. Okay? Don't be worried about them. Just start. Then, in post-production, we can remove everything we want. Number 6, how to manage the mistakes. If you are talking about a topic and making a mistake, do not panic. It has happened to me lots of times. So, without stopping the recording, just assume the same position, restart by saying something like this. I made a mistake, cut this speech, and then start with this one. And then you can continue your recordings. Easy. It only takes practice. That's it. Finally, we are at the end of the 3-series video guide on how to create an online course step by step. I really hope you appreciate it. If you find the information I shared valuable, or if you think the information can help other people, feel free to share the video with anyone you want. It's a pleasure for me. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and please let me know your point of view by leaving a comment below this video. Keep in touch in the next episode.